Well, I just went to go see my naturopathic medical doctor. So she is the one that I went to the first time I had an interaction with her. I hadn't even met her when I first got diagnosed with cancer. My boyfriend at the time was seeing her, said, "Hey, my girlfriend has cancer," and she actually ordered a bunch of labs. So right off the bat, this doctor that I had never met before was trying to help me by ordering labs, different things that like some of the standard medical doctors, they might not order for you. I had to pay for them, but they weren't covered by insurance. But right off the bat, I liked her because she did that for me, without sight unseen. I've seen her twice, and I had the hair mineral analysis with her and the urine analysis to try to find out about the heavy metals and stuff like that. So it's expensive, as anybody who's ever gone to naturopathic doctors know. It's hundreds of dollars, sometimes more, for an hour of time. So the last time I saw her was December, and right now is August. So I waited. I was supposed to go back in March, but I just couldn't afford it. So I did see her today, and now I have like a whole list of homework to do. I need to call my oncologist and order a new bone density scan. I had one, it was 2 years ago. At that time I had osteoporosis in my lower spine, and then also osteopenia, probably in my left hip. I've got some pain in both my hips. She said it could be arthritis, but I had a PET CT in January, and it's August, so in January I had no evidence of disease at that point. PET CT imaging, I always forget, it's something like 7, is it millimeters or centimeters? Oh no, I can't remember. Anyway, it's limited so that any kind of disease or tumors that are smaller than what the imaging size is, it won't pick up. So somebody can have cancer, and that's why sometimes somebody can get a scan and then months later they can get a scan and be no evidence of disease, and then just a few months later cancer could have proliferated their body. And one, cancer can spread quickly, but also the imaging is has its downsides as well. So she wanted me to do that, a new bone density scan, because I think I'm going to take testosterone, which I haven't even really researched that at all. But when you get your ovaries out, like I did 2 years ago, apparently, like obviously I have no estrogen, or I have limited estrogen, because I know the brain and the fat, I think both, or the brain uses estrogen. I might have this off a little bit, but I know the body still does need some estrogen, but removing the ovaries removes the biggest producer of it, but it also removes the testosterone. And I'm pretty sure that part of the reason I've just felt so exhausted and, listless and hopeless at times is probably not having low platelets. It's been having low testosterone and low estrogen. So she said having like normal levels of estrogen gives you that ability to allow water to roll off a duck's back, so like you can kind of take things in stride. And then having testosterone is what gives you that ability just to like have motivation and that get up and go, both of which I don't have. So we tried L-tyrosine and we tried 5-HTP, and I told her like that hasn't worked at all for me. So now I'm also going to call the oncologist. She said there's really not a lot of double-blind studies, or maybe any double-blind studies. There aren't a lot of studies out there about a woman going on testosterone, which she said that she gives it in the form of a cream or a lotion, put it on the body. I don't know, probably on the feet or palms, I'm guessing, the soles of the feet or the palms of the hand. But they do a special compound that's for women, because if you get the pharmaceutical from your doctor, the testosterone is formulated for men who are doing like testosterone replacement therapy. So it's different when it's for women. Why it's not available in the mainstream model, I don't know. That's a different conversation. But, and then I will reorder some of the labs. Zinc, she really has me on high zinc, high vitamin D, and then a couple cancer markers, the 2729 and the 15-3, and then C-reactive protein, and I don't remember what that one does. So, and then I have a whole new protocol. She increased me on a few things, and she took me down on a couple other things. Early on, I got the Greek test, which people who are in the natural world trying to heal cancer naturally have all heard of the Greek test. I'm sure they're still doing it. I did it 5 years ago, at least 4 years ago for sure, probably 5. It's something like $3,000. I mean, it's so expensive. It provides really good information to show what types of natural therapies and what types of chemos would respond, like your body would respond the best to. So it's a blood test, and you send it in to Greece. You know, they call it the Greek test. That's basically what I know about it. So you end up with this like 20-page document that gives you all this information. So on that document, we could see that my body responds really well to vitamin C. And then she was going to have me on resveratrol for something. And we looked on there and we saw that like my body's response to resveratrol was like 0. So she said, okay, let's not do that. So it's a really useful test. She did say it's good to retest, after some time, but it's $3,000. So I don't know when I'll be retesting. I'm also going to do the Dutch test, which is something that I haven't done before. I have, I don't know if this will show. Boop, boop. I have like a pile of stuff over here that some new stuff I'm on. This Thymex and what is this? This Cyruta Plus, which is like it's buckwheat juice powder and buckwheat flour and bovine adrenal and oat flour. Anyway, what is this? Thymex is cholesterol, vitamin C, and then calcium lactate, bovine thymus, and magnesium citrate. So these are good for some stuff, I guess. This is the Dutch test. I haven't done it before, like I said, so I'm going to have to read. Okay, it's a dried urine. Dried urine. Okay, well, there's that. This is the hair mineral test. I have to cut a piece of my hair. This test is $45. This test is, I don't know. Let's see. It said what it costs in here. I don't know. She said it's pricey. I'm actually really curious to see what pricey means. The Dutch Complete. I don't see prices, so I don't know what the price is on that. I'll have to find that out. And then this is the urine toxic metals. What is this one? This one I think is like 65. Anyway, things don't have prices on them. And then I have to take DMSA, which is another, however much that is. It's expensive, doing all this stuff, but we got to do it. We have to, take care of ourselves. And so I am about to call my doctor and find out about reordering those things. I told her I wanted her to just like get me on the testosterone because I want to feel better. God, if I could get that resolved, I would just be so excited. I don't even know how I'm going to feel. I would like my body to just like work naturally, get my hormones in balance. And I'm really looking forward to that, but she does want to hear what my oncologist has to say about it. What is up? She also just strongly recommended against flour, and sugar and dairy, which are things I'm not doing too much of anyway. I think that's the gist of everything. I have this whole protocol that I use every day. I have to keep track of all the stuff I take, and then so she gives one of these like handwritten sheets after being with her, and it's like takes a while to kind of decipher all of it. Although I was there, it's just so much information packed into an hour. So I have to sit here, call the doctor, read through all her notes, rewrite my protocol because I was supposed to be taking a probiotic and it's not on my list, and so I haven't been taking a probiotic. If I don't write it down, it's useless. Like, I just won't do it. So this is a lot of stuff to manage, but so far so good. If we could get my testosterone up and just have me feeling a little bit more like, jazzed for life, that would be great. Yeah, I'll probably see her after I get the bone density scan results back, and then I'll submit all these tests and we'll go from there. So yeah, that's my update. I'm feeling, pretty good aside from just this chronic fatigue. She also told me I have type O positive blood, and she said coffee isn't good for O blood, and I take this very like low caffeine, 50 milligrams of caffeine, which is pretty low, and it's adaptogenic, so it's got like different kinds of mushrooms in it, and it's high quality and organic and etc. And she's like, yeah, I wouldn't do the coffee. you could still do black tea, and she encouraged me to do green tea. So, and I'm gonna do another like clothing try on. Wait, did I do this one in my last one? This is one of the shirts I really like. And it's not, I don't think it has any linen in it, but well, I don't have a fabric tag on it, so I'm not sure, but it has sort of just like a puckery kind of, instead of just being this really flat, this flat material, it has a little bit of like a dimple to it and a pucker. Plus I just think it's super adorable, but I want to do another clothing fashion try on for being flat chested because it was really fun, and I know some people like that. So anyway, that's my little update. Thanks for being with me on the journey.